happy with the response. I want to make a special welcome to the sisters. Alors, bienvenue tout le monde. Nous sommes vraiment excités aujourd'hui d'avoir tout le monde ici pour notre campagne de logement. Alors, je vais faire souhaiter bienvenue à tout le monde, mais aussi les sœurs, nos sœurs. Alors, on va donner un coup de main à tout le monde. We're going to give a hand for everyone. Alors, aujourd'hui, on va avoir notre session en français et en anglais. So, today we're going to do our session in both French and English. So, everything that I say in French, I will also repeat in English. Let me introduce myself. My name is Amy Portis. I'm the Senior Director for Residential Programs at Bruyère Continuing Care. You might wonder, what does that mean? Well, basically, I oversee the Village Project. Alors, je vais m'introduire. Je m'appelle Amy Portis. Je suis la directrice principale pour le programme résidentiel. Et qu'est-ce que ça veut dire? Ben, je suis responsable pour le village. Alors, bienvenue. Je vais aussi introduire mes collègues. En premier, Daniel Levesque. Daniel Levesque est notre vice-président principal pour services coopératifs. Il est aussi le chef des finances et le chef de ce projet. So I will first introduce Danielle Levesque, who is our Senior Vice President of Corporate Services and our Chief Financial Officer. He's also been the chair of the Village Steering Committee and Project. La deuxième personne, beaucoup d'entre vous connaissent elle déjà par téléphone, c'est Lucie Dubois, notre coordinatrice des locataires. The second person I want to introduce to you this afternoon is Lucie Dubois. She's our coordinator for our tenant coordinator. So many of you might know her already by talking to her on the phone. Last but not least, I will introduce you to David Bull, who's the architect for this program and our project manager. Alors, la dernière personne que je vais introduire, c'est David Bull. Il est notre architecte pour le projet. Alors, bienvenue tout le monde. Thank you. So, we have about 40 minutes. What we're going to do with you is go through some quick presentations. Going to give you an overview of the project, an overview of the construction, but most importantly, we're going to talk to you about the leasing campaign and the process. Alors, cet après-midi, on va faire des présentations qui vont parler du projet, les phases de la construction. Mais le plus important et la raison que tu es ici, c'est vraiment de parler de la processus pour les baux. So let's get started. On va commencer. Et c'est moi. Je commence. Avant de commencer, excuse-moi, une autre chose. Alors, on va faire les présentations. On va avoir 20 minutes pour les questions ici. Et après, on a une autre session que tu peux plus informelle où tu peux demander les questions spécifiques. Alors, on a des rafraîchissements et des différents kiosques d'information. Alors, c'est dans la place Bruyère et on va aller là vers 1h45. So this session is, we're going to do the presentations. We're going to give you a chance to ask some questions and give you some answers in the general format. But we've also organized to have an after session, and we have information booths that have been set up where you can ask specific things. We've also have some refreshments, so we'd like you to enjoy your afternoon with us while asking us some questions. Alors c'est bon, tout le monde? Does that sound good, everyone? Yeah. Excellent. Okay. Alors, en premier, les valeurs du village Bruyère, the promise of value for the village. What is this whole thing about anyway? En premier, on veut fournir un continuum de services pour les aînés, 60 ans et plus, leur permettant de demeurer dans leur domicile le plus longtemps possible, maintenir un mode de vie sain, alors utiliser les programmes de vieillissement en santé et choisir parmi l'éventail d'options de logement. So what's this village all about anyway? Really, our intention is to support seniors, and we classify our seniors for this particular project as 60 plus, to remain in their homes as long as possible, to be able to help them to maintain healthy lifestyles, and to have access to different levels of accommodation, including affordable housing. Alors, c'est quoi les caractéristiques uniques du village Bruyère? What are the unique characteristics of our Bruyère village? Alors, en premier, c'est une belle place pour vivre parce que on demeure proche de la rivière, la location c'est fantastique. L'environnement c'est bilingue. On a vraiment aussi, une des choses vraiment importantes de ce projet, c'est le sens de la communauté. Alors, on veut créer une communauté entre le village, mais aussi entre la communauté. On a des activités, beaucoup des activités pour les résidents et les locataires. On a des différents niveaux d'habitation et de services. Et finalement, on va avoir beaucoup d'espaces communs pour les locataires qui peuvent visiter avec les membres, les amis et les familles. So, what are the unique features of the village project? First of all, of course, we have a wonderful location. We're located right here on the river. It's beautiful, tranquil. The sisters did a very good job in picking locations. We offer a bilingual environment, so everyone who will be working within the village and living within the village will either be French or English, and will be able to provide services in both official languages. As you may know, Residence St. Louis is a francophone home, but the village will be bilingual in nature. Really, the differentiating factor about the village is that it's really the sense of community. We really want to create a community within the people who are living there, but also to create links with the broader community so that people within the community can come in and receive services, and you guys can also feel part of the larger community. So that's what it's all about. The activities that we will have, they're going to be driven by you. The idea is that you're going to help determine the things that you want to participate in, and we're going to help provide the supports for you to be able to do those activities. We are providing different levels of housing and services, and then there are a number of communal spaces that are available where you can come and visit with your friends, visit with family, and that's been built into the project as an important thing to enhance socialization. C'est bon? Ok. Je continue. Alors, les types de logements, the accommodation types. Alors, pour la première phase, ça c'est qu'est-ce qu'on construit maintenant à l'autre côté de le ravin. Alors, on va avoir les logements de vie autonome, 33 appartements. Alors, il y a différents types d'appartements, une ou deux chambres à coucher avec ou sans coin de repos. Le deuxième type, c'est les appartements de vie autonome de la ville. Ok, alors on a les appartements indépendants, mais on a aussi 45 qui sont subsidisés par la ville d'Ottawa. Alors, on a 39 loyers inférieurs au prix de marché et 6 loyers indiquent sur le revenu. Alors, et les types de logements pour les appartements indépendants du ville, c'est une chambre à coucher avec ou sans coin de repos. Est-ce que tout le monde comprend? Oui. Okay. So for the first phase, these are what we're classifying as our independent apartments. And independent apartments, what we mean by that is people who are able to live independently without supports. And so we have 33 apartments that fit into that category, and they range from either 1 to 2 bedrooms with or without a den. Then we have 45 independent city apartments, and they've been split into 2. We have 39 that are rent geared to income. No, sorry, 39 that are below market rent. I wish they were 39 rent geared to income, and 6 rent geared to income. So that's actually new news. We only received that news from the city about 2 weeks ago that we were going to have 6 rent geared to income units. All of the 45 affordable units is run by the City of Ottawa Affordable Housing Program. So if you're interested in those, you have to go through the housing registry. We do have forms. If you are interested in that, please let us know and we can give you access to those forms. And the independent city apartments, we have two different types. You can either have a one-bedroom or a one-bedroom plus den. OK? Est-ce que c'est bon? OK, je continue. OK, so les services offerts sur le site pour le phase 1. So the services that we're going to offer as part of phase 1. On va avoir accès aux services bancaires, une bibliothèque. On a déjà une bibliothèque ici. On a une vraiment belle chapelle et les services catholiques. On a des services de secours. Alors ça c'est une intervention 24 heures par jour en cas d'urgence. On va donner à les locataires pour 1 an. Et après ça, si tu veux continuer avec ce service, c'est votre choix. Et finalement, on va avoir l'accès aux bains thérapeutiques sur réservation. So, site amenities for phase 1. First, we're going to have access to banking services. We currently have a ATM machine here, but we also have banks that come in and you can take appointments, so we would be letting you know when that's available. We already have a library. We have a beautiful, beautiful chapel and Catholic services that can go alongside that. We offer basic helpline services, which is 24-hour response. We're going to provide you with a 1-year subscription, individuals who are living in these these units. However, if you're interested in continuing on with helpline, then you would have to subscribe to that after the first year. Last but not least, you're going to have access to a therapeutic bath, but that will be by reservation. Okay? Alors, les services offerts sur le site de la phase 1 avec les frais. So we do have services, amenities on site that you will be able to subscribe to, but it will be for a fee. So that's why I make the differentiation. Alors, on a du stationnement et entreposage. On a des services augmentés pour Helpline. Alors, tu vas avoir le basic package, mais tu peux aussi avoir des autres services si tu es intéressé. Vous aurez l'accès à des services entrée et ménage dans votre appartement, si vous voulez. On a déjà un salon de coiffeur, on a une clinique de physiothérapie et aussi on a une suite pour les invités. Alors, si tu as des visiteurs, des familles qui viennent, tu veux qu'ils restent proches de vous, on va avoir une place où ils peuvent utiliser pour un petit frais. So, we do, like I said, we have site amenities that are available for a fee. We are providing parking and storage in the basement of the apartments. If you're interested in that, there is an annual fee, annual or monthly fee. We do have additional services that will be offered as part of our helpline service, but and we'll be able to explain those to you. We could provide unit housekeeping if you're interested in having a little bit more support with cleaning your apartments. We have a cafeteria, as you can see outside. We have a cafeteria, and that will be available to everyone. We already have a beauty salon, a fantastic hairdresser, so something you can offer is offered here on site. We have a physiotherapy clinic, and last but not least, we have a hospitality suite. So if you have family or friends or visitors that are coming into town to stay with you, you might not have enough room in your apartment, there is a place that you can rent in order for them to be able to access that. C'est bon? OK. Alors, c'est quoi les caractéristiques des édifices? What are the characteristics of the phase 1 building? On va avoir, tu peux voir dehors, on a 3 édifices. Les 3 édifices ont 3 niveaux. On va avoir une vestibule sécuritaire. Tous les appartements sont sécurité. On a un ascenseur entre chaque édifice. On va offrir des espaces pour les rencontres. On a une chute à déchets, une buanderie au sous-sol. Un poêle et réfrigérateur dans votre appartement, un stationnement extérieur et les casiers de rangement. Pour un frais, j'ai déjà couvert ça. Mais
finalement, c'est vraiment un environnement non-fumeur. Alors, on veut avoir une place où tout le monde peut venir sans fume, sans boucan. OK, un nouveau mot pour moi. OK, voilà. Merci. So, let me tell you a little about the building itself, the buildings that are currently on the other side of the river, I always call it the river, but it's the ravine. So we have 3 buildings. They're 3 stories high. Each of the buildings have a secure entry, so you can only get in if you know the access or if you have an access pass, so there will be that security. We have provided accessible buildings, and each of the buildings will have an elevator in them. We have lounge reception areas that are available for you to go and spend time with friends or with other friends that you live with or people in the community that are coming in. Each unit, but in the hallways we have a garbage chute, so you don't have to bring your stuff all the way downstairs. We have a basement laundry. We do have laundry rough-ins within the apartment units, but if you don't have that, there will be laundry in the basement that you can use. Washer dryer. Each apartment comes with a stove and a refrigerator, so that's part of the rent. We provide you with access to exterior parking and storage, but that's for a fee, like I mentioned already. And last but not least, it's a non-smoking environment, so we're really trying to promote healthy living, and everyone that is coming to live within the units, but also family and friends, we're really asking that we keep it as a non-smoking environment. C'est bon? Okay, je continue. Alors, so I really focused on the first phase because that's what's available right now. Mais on a une deuxième phase. We do have a second phase, and the second phase is really for our assisted living suites. Alors, on a aussi des appartements d'aide à la vie autonome. And that's the second phase that's going to be going up right adjacent to Résidence Saint-Louis. Alors, ça c'est l'édifice qui va être attaché avec Saint-Louis. Let me step back for a second. Our phase 1 apartments on the other side, they're going to be available for move-in in August of this year. So that's why we're launching the leasing campaign right now. Alors, les appartements vont être prêts pour louer et pour les locataires dans le mois d'août, cette année, 2012. L'édifice BA, phase 2, phase numéro 2, it's going to be ready in September 2013. Alors on dit automne 2013 parce que on veut donner un peu d'espace, a little bit of breathing room for the construction, but we're really envisioning this to be up and running in the fall of 2013. Alors, les types d'appartements, the different types of apartments, 1 chambre ou 2 chambres à coucher avec ou sans coin de repos. So one bedrooms or 2 bedrooms with or without a den. Aussi, on va avoir une carte de logement. We're also going to have co-housing clusters, which is a more specific and enhanced type of service where a service worker will actually be within the same apartment areas. Mais si tu veux plus d'informations sur le carte de logement, on peut parler de les détails après la session. OK? Est-ce que c'est d'accord? OK. Les choses qu'on a déjà sur place, the things that we already have in place here, obviously we have our long-term care home. It's a 198-bed long-term care home. We offer a number of programs and services to the residents, and that's integral to the whole village concept. Alors, on a aussi en place déjà notre établissement soins longue durée, 198 lits avec une variété de programmes et services. OK? Je continue. Alors, les services du site pour la phase 2, the service site amenities for phase 2. Je veux souligner ça parce que ça va être prêt pour tout le monde qui va être locataire dans phase 1, mais comme j'ai dit, dans l'automne 2013. So I just want to highlight these things because they're not going to be available right away. but they will be available in the fall of 2013. And the people who are living in the apartments will also have access to these site amenities, but it won't be right away. It will be once the new building is up and in place. Alors, on va avoir une boutique, on va avoir une salle de jeu pour jouer et une salle pour la musique. On va avoir une salle d'art, une salle de conditionnement, une salle multifonctionnelle et cuisine communautaire. On va avoir des espaces extérieurs pour utiliser. Aussi, on va avoir une centre d'apprentissage et une terrasse à l'extérieur. So we are going to have all of these site amenities are going to be available. There will be a boutique. We're going to have a games and a music room. We're going to have an arts and crafts room. We'll have a multifunctional room that has availability to do bigger cooking for big groups. We're going to have a fitness room and a place where you can do exercise classes, but also fitness equipment. We're going to have many outdoor spaces that you can enjoy, a learning center with computers and a library, and last but not least, a terrace, an exterior terrace, so that everyone can enjoy the beautiful view of the river. Alors, une des choses plus importantes avec le concept pour le village, c'est la programmation pour veiller en santé. So one of the really, really unique features about the Village Project is the healthy aging programming. Alors, on va avoir une variété de programmes et activités animés par les locataires. Alors, the really important and distinguishing factor about the activities that we want to offer here is that they're going to be led by you. You will be the ones who will be able to determine the things that you want to be involved in, and we're going to work with you to be able to set up those programs. And we will do that by partnerships with other local groups and being really involved with our community. Alors, on va faire ça avec les partenariats avec d'autres groupes locaux et la participation communautaire. Aussi, il va y avoir beaucoup de possibilités d'être engagé comme bénévolat. Bénévolat entre les villages ou bénévolat ici à la soins longue durée. Et finalement, on va avoir un conseil de locataires. Alors, on peut avoir des informations quand on peut mieux servir. Et tout le monde va être donné le choix d'être sur ce comité. So, we will also have a number of volunteer opportunities where you can be involved within the village or within the long-term care home, depending on how you're interested in volunteering. We really want everyone to be engaged. And last but not least, we're going to have a tenants council that will be their body for everyone who's living within the village to come and share their ideas or share some things where they want some improvements. And everyone will be invited to participate as part of that tenant council. Okay, so l'étape à suivre. Est-ce que tout le monde peut le voir? Non, c'est un peu petit. Alors, c'est vraiment, ça juste dit les étapes pour phase 1, phase 2, mais je pense que je peux laisser ça pour les autres personnes qui vont faire la présentation aujourd'hui. Alors, merci pour m'écouter et de un peu m'aider avec ma français. Thank you for listening to me, for being patient with me with my French. Alors, we'll leave the questions till the very end, till everyone has finished their presentations. Alors maintenant, je pense qu'on va laisser les questions au fin. Maintenant, je vais introduire Daniel qui va parler un peu de la construction à date et les dates.
J'ai le plaisir de parler de la construction. Je vais faire ça assez vite puisque Amy a déjà parlé des différentes soldologies qu'on a dans chaque bâtiment. So I think I'll be able to do this fairly quickly. Amy went through already the types of lodgings that we have in the buildings. The first phase, and actually, I'm told there's a highlighter here, or there's a clicker.
The top one?
Top one?
Star? Oh, there it is.
Can you see?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No? How about if I point instead? So everybody recognizes where we are, right? We're in this building here, and the river's at the back here, okay? When we talk about the first phase, it's these three buildings here. So when you came in on Hiawatha, just before you got to the ravine, which is right here, you probably saw some of these buildings being under construction. Actually, this one here is, the roof is up and they're putting in, the windows are up and they're working on the inside already. The foundations for those two were actually put in the fall, and the work is being done for these two. We're talking about this phase here, and that will be ready for occupancy in August. So August 1st is what we're talking about, okay? The second part that we're going to be working on, and we already started, is what we call the second phase. So this building here will have 149 apartments. So the first phase has 78, the second one has 149, and that will be attached to long-term care facility. So in this drawing, you know, if you see here, here's where the attachment is. So if you live in those buildings, or that building, you don't have to go outside. You just connect, and you're in this building here, okay? The three buildings here, we want them connected, but these are for people that are more independent. So there's going to be a pathway here, and you'll be able to connect and just walk across the ravine, and you'll be able to come here, or come to the chapel, come to the cafeteria, okay? In this phase here, and you already mentioned, we're talking about fall of 2013 to be finished. Between the two phases, we're going to start expanding Hiawatha Park. So when you came here today, you probably noticed there's no sidewalk, and the road narrows about right here. Well, as one of the conditions to get our permit from the city, we had to expand that road. Okay? Donc, une des conditions pour avoir notre permis, c'était d'agrandir le chemin Hiawatha. On va ajouter un trottoir. Donc, vous allez être capable de connecter et aller dans le village ou dans Orléans, si vous voulez, par ce chemin. Les autobus, présentement, ils viennent jusque chez nous, ici à l'entrée de la résidence. So the buses, the OC transport buses, come to the long-term care facility. Once this is constructed, they will come in here through here and exit. I think the bus stop will be here. Or is there one right here? Yeah. So it'll be one right next to the buildings we're building right now. Okay? And finally, the last part that we're going to be doing is renovations interior to the existing long-term care facility. So you probably saw we have a cafeteria. We don't have a boutique. Amy talked about the second phase and what's going to be included in there. We're going to be renovating this room here, for example. Just making it more like almost like a little bit of a mall, so that when people come in this building here, they can walk through and access all the services that are here. And it'll give you a place in the wintertime if you want to go for a walk. You can do that through this building here, the existing long-term care facility. Okay? And that will be done as part of the second phase, and some of it will be done after the second phase. Okay? So that's it in the construction. Sorry? Oh, on a parlé un peu des rénovations qu'on va faire comme une dernière phase. Dans l'édifice présentement où vous êtes, par exemple, on va faire des rénovations de la cafétéria, des rénovations dans le bâtisse, la chambre ici, la pièce ici, mais aussi pour la boutique, Amy a parlé d'eux. Ça va être fait. En partie en conjonction avec la deuxième phase, mais surtout après que ça va être fait. Okay? Non? OK. Donc, maintenant, je passe à Lucie.